What is going on, friends? Sean Don coming back with a technical analysis. Here we have Joseph. Once again, not going to try to pronounce his last name, but Joseph, submitted a technical analysis, I think, at the beginning of the month. He was throwing 17.0 something back then, and now he's up over 1760, dude. So, 60 centimeter increase in a few weeks after technical analysis. Love to see it, but he's back for more. He's got 2 meets left this indoor season. He's trying to milk his throw for everything that is worth this indoor season. You love to see it. Love the dedication. Yeah. So if you yourself are watching this and you want to try to eke out a couple feet for the rest of indoor season, then hit me up. Go to my website, gripandrip.co, sign up for an in-depth technical analysis, or even if your indoor season is over and you are started outdoors, you start throwing some hammer, then definitely reach out. I can help out with that in terms of technique, with an in-depth technical analysis, or even throws programming to help you adjust from throwing weight all indoor season and then get the good hammer feels back. So yeah, check out my website, go to my coaching services page and sign up for something, dude. Let's get to work. I'd love to help you guys out and set some PRs this outdoor season. So let's take a look at Joseph's throw. He went from 3 turns down to 2 turns, I think. Might have been the move. Still doing the wind start. As you can see, he's pretty powerful, pretty fast. So I think the 2 turn is a good fit for him. The wind, though, like I said, still not convinced that's the way to go. But like I said, with 2 meets left, might as well stick with it and just try to improve it a little bit, see what you can get out of it. And then also, because I got this video via Instagram, totally nerfed the quality, but it is what it is. We can still see the broad strokes and big movements, but yeah, let's get into it. Let's try to cut down on the rambling today. I've been going hard on the rambling the past few technical analysis. So, start of the throw, pretty similar as the previous throw. Bring it back. Well, you bring it up in between the legs, up in the middle, and then you bring it back, straight and square at the back of the circle, just like before. And then this is what I'm talking about, where it still kind of looks the same as the previous throw, at least in terms of the wind. So like you bring the ball back behind you, you bring it forwards, kind of across the body a little bit, a little rotational, and then you still see the ball is pretty much right next to the body right here. As you can see, ball's pretty low, and then bringing the ball almost straight back. You're opening up better here, shoulders open, hips open, more towards the right side of the cage, towards 270, which is good. But the ball needs to get some more rotational energy. So, as you can see, what goes down must come up. And then once again, because you only have front to back movement with the ball, there's not much rotational centripetal force in the ball. So what goes up, what goes down must come up, what goes up must come down. So as you can see, you bring the ball forwards off that right leg, and it's just very low down off that right knee. I think it would help if you, from this very preliminary start, try to chill out this preliminary swing a little bit. I think because you have so much amplitude, I guess, to the swing in terms of up and down height, the ball is going to continue, Newton's, I don't know, second, third law of physics, whatever it is, doesn't matter, but an object in motion stays in motion. So, because of inertia, ball comes up, ball goes down, ball goes up, ball goes down. There's not much rotational centripetal force away from the body. So try to be a little bit more rotational with the ball, a little bit more around left to right. And then also just off this right here. So you get to this like kind of high point in this swing. Try to think about keeping the hands up and out and away from the body. Reach out wide to the right side. Keep your hands up. Do some front raises in the gym. Do some isometric front raises. Just work on building that shoulder strength to keep the ball up and out. You did say you have a very long wingspan, 6'10", wingspan at 6'3". But, I've heard Daniel Haw has that same sort of 7-inch plus wingspan ratio, whatever you want to call it, compared to his height. So for him, he's able to keep the ball very long out away from body, flat in the entry. If you want to go watch Daniel Hall's world record video, I think he's a great example of kind of what the orbit should be like in the weight. Very flat, very, he's linear, but the ball is rotational. And when the ball is linear and you are not linear, sorry, not rotational, not linear. When the ball's too linear, it just, like I said, there's no centripetal force, there's no tension, there's no direction. You're just not setting the system up very well. So from this swing, you need to bring the ball out more wide to the right side instead of just letting it drop straight forward. As you see, it just passes your knee. You want to get it out away from the body, bring it around wide, left and right. All right, that would help a ton. But enough about the wind. The other thing is, as you bring the ball forwards, it comes up, steep overhead. You can see the ball is pretty much straight up and down. Or here's a secondary suggestion: instead of switching to a sling start, do 2 winds perhaps. But of course, the first one will then have to be much slower. As you can see, I think back in the day, you could see Lance Steele wind the weight, and it would be very up and away, I guess, vertical from the body. But he would also do 2 winds. By the time he entered the ball, it would be much flatter. So with just this 1 wind and the ball being very steep up, vertical above the head, like I said, what goes up must come down. I've said it about 8 times this video. Where you see here, ideally you'd want the ball a little bit more parallel with kind of the horizon, with the ground. Like I said, it's just very steep, and then it's gonna kind of come crashing down on you. Once again, a lot of vertical up and down movement, but not much rotational, not much centripetal. As you come through on entry, like I said, ball's just really dropping on you a lot. You're holding that left side pretty well up until about here, but you are starting from the heel turn. And this is just a matter of, like I said, not having a great connection off to that right side, not getting enough centripetal force in the ball. Like I said, there's not much going on there, I guess. So as you go through 0, relatively stable. Like I said, a little left side pulling back. But then the big thing is, it's just hard to feel that right side work. As you can see, most of the movement that goes on here is this hip sitting back, this left side shifting back, and then your right side isn't really working, isn't really pushing, or just working the ball in general. So as you go through 0, you can see yourself sit back and shift back, and it's like almost all of your energy is going down towards that left sector line, because that right side really can't stabilize that left too well because of the ball dropping so much. So as you go through 0, sitting back, shifting back, starting off that heel, get that left knee out over the left toe a little bit more, get the ball a little longer left, but that comes more from, like I said, the wind. If you have the ball wider right to start, you're going to have the ball wider left later in the turn, so long as stability is good in the body. So shifting back, pulling back a little bit, sitting back, heavy on that right side a little bit. As the ball goes around the left, it's still a little steep on you. You can see the ball get kind of up above the head. As soon as the ball kind of passes the shoulders, at least in terms of vertical height, you can see yourself kind of pop up with it. But decent single support movement. It's gotten a little bit better from the last video. Good positions here, shoulders kind of square to the ball, hips square to the ball, and you see you kind of still step a little bit wide with this right leg. It's a little bit better than it was before. So a thing you might want to try to feel is, as you go through, as the ball goes through 90, like I say, it just looks like you're kind of pushing back hard with his left leg. Try to use that left hamstring, and like right in this position here, try to use that left hamstring and pull yourself forwards, walk forwards through the throw. Use that left hamstring to propel you forwards, or think about dropping that left knee forwards, get forwards onto that toe towards the sector. You just need a little bit more direction. But like I said, that also comes back to the entry. If you set up kind of down this left sector line through 0, then it's going to be kind of hard to feel that. But ball longer on the left, drop that left knee forwards, use that left hamstring to propel yourself forwards, step forwards towards the sector, get this right knee, right ankle a little bit more underneath you. If you just tighten up this turn a little bit, that'd help a lot. But you're catching with the ball just before 270, like I said, but that right leg has a little bit of that negative shin angle, kind of backwards, 5-10 degrees, kind of landing flat-footed. It's kind of your body saying, hey, I'm falling, catch me. So that's kind of what's happening here. And then as you catch, just stance is a little bit wide. As you go through 0, as you go through this turn, you can see that left heel grounds right there. But then as that left heel grounds, you see this left side shift back. And you see the ball kind of come inside. The low point kind of drops past 0. And like I said, that's just a byproduct of what is happening in the entry, or like I said, you're kind of setting up, shifting, sitting back towards that left sector line. And so that kind of happens again here. Low point kind of shifts down a little bit. Left side's pulling, a little unstable. What also might help you is doing an offset in the ring. So if you start with your left foot at 0 instead of square, that might help line this stuff up a lot better, and you'll feel maybe a little bit more better, a little bit better direction, a little bit mo better. I'm good at talking today. But yeah, as you can see, your direction is kind of down this left sector. So if you start at 0, left foot at 0, this back to the left sector line would be back to 180, and things would line up a lot better, especially in terms of your low point and high point in the orbit and just in general. But as you go through dope support, like I said, left side's kind of pulling back, taking over, shifting back. So that right side is a little bit, you can't see because of the quality, but it looks like your foot kind of comes off plantar flexed. Left side's pulling back big time. You're heavy on this right side at the end of double support. Pretty long relax through your upper body from what I can see. A little lean here, which is normal. But then the big thing is you kind of see yourself gather into this final turn. You see that left foot kind of come off the ground. Like I said, that right foot once again kind of catches you because you probably your body subconsciously or consciously feels off balance. So you have that negative shin angle again, landing kind of flat-footed. You got to be up on the ball of the toe. Ball of the foot, not the ball of the toe. Up on the toes, ball of the foot. You catch a little bit later here, just after 270, and then because you're only doing 2 turns, you can see that left side start to take over almost immediately as you go into the finish. And then you see this right side, like I said, the right side's just kind of down. It's not really doing much work, and almost all the work's coming from the left side. And you see, like, especially through here, as you go through double support, it's almost entirely left side movement trying to salvage the lack of tension, the lack of connection. So you pull up with that left side, and then the right side really doesn't get into it until the ball is much past that left leg. So, and then you let go, and you do let go a little bit early, technically speaking. Like, it looks like you're pulling back, trying to, like, course correct, if you will, to get the ball out into the sector. So that's why you kind of get this, like, I don't know how to describe that finish. You're just kind of like tossing it out there instead of like really properly finishing it. I'm not a big like, oh, the finish has to be perfect sort of thing. So like this sort of just like letting go style of release isn't a big thing. But it's really just, like I said, this is a compensation of what's going on, where like if you were to really totally finish the throw, you throw out of the left sector line. Maybe even hit the net on the left side if you really got through it like you wanted to, probably. But yeah, so like I said, it all kind of comes back to the start. This wind still kind of killing you. It's just so steep, and you're really fighting against it when that's happening. So from here, like I said, right here, you got to get the ball out. Instead of this movement being straight forwards, you need to think about pushing the ball out away from you, get it rotational around you, left to right, and then open up. Like I said, you could either try to just do one wind and do it better, or you could do 2 winds. Maybe it'll help. As long as you go slow, that first wind, if it's the same speed as this first wind in this video, that second wind is probably going to be even more hectic, more chaotic. But just a better setup means better stability in the entry. Like I said, maybe try offsetting, put that left foot at 0. And then that'll kind of limit the left side pulling, or help damage control that left side pulling, if you will. Because like I said, just like through this entry right here, I see all of your energy going back towards your right side, towards the left side of the video, towards that left sector line. And then from there, things just kind of continue to do that, where the left side pulls, you kind of shift back a little late, so your timing's a little bit off, and you catch. And you're doing what you can just to get through the throw. So yeah, Joseph, let me know if you have any questions. Hopefully this helps get over that 18 meter mark. Like I said, I think you got a lot of potential. I think you could throw 18, 19, 20 meters plus, depending on how much eligibility you have left. You just got to tighten up those turns, find better direction, find better connection overall. But that's kind of what everybody has to do. It's pretty simple to throw far. Just connect better, and then let the ball do the work. So yeah, just don't sabotage yourself by setting it up weird. You know, that's really what it comes down to. It sounds simple, and it probably doesn't sound the most glamorous, but that's what it is. It's the basics. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions. If anybody else out there would like a technical analysis video, then hit me up. Go to my website, gripandrip.co. Also check out some of the other coaching services. All right, would love to help you guys out. Like I said, this indoor-outdoor season, now's the time to sign up. If you wait to sign up until mid-April, probably too late. Now is the time. if you're watching this, listen to me. Now is the time. Go sign up. This isn't a marketing scheme. This is like, I hate when people sign up the week before a major championship or something like that, and they're like, "Oh, help fix me." It's too late. It's not too late, but it would be way better if you just did it like a month or two before, so then that way you could really groove in the changes that I'm trying to get you to make. So, enough rambling. All right, thank you for watching. Until next time, Sean Don signing off.